What's up, everybody? I'm Clay, and I do want to say thank you guys for watching the video. Thank you for subscribing to the channel, and thank you for understanding that YouTube is now run by AI. I'm not even sure that humans work there anymore, but it is allowing general discussions about crypto, NFTs, and other digital assets. That's all that this video is. It's not a promise, promotion, suggestion, recommendation, or guarantee of any kind. Simply you and I going over the latest market analytics, going over the latest news, and of course we're touching on price action as well. Now, we already really went over the price action. The story is the 50-day exponential moving average, and we are keeping our eyes on it as we are literally sitting right there, right now. Now, I do hope that it breaks, and I do hope that we move higher, but we got to get over the overall market volatility, because it is volatile, right? But over the last 24 hours here, Bitcoin sitting 0.16% lower, Ethereum 1% lower, and we're starting to see slight gains in cryptocurrencies like Solana, Tron, and so on. So definitely keeping our eyes on that as the Fear and Greed Index is ticking up just slightly from a level of 52.53 yesterday to 55 today, and it is neutral. We need to get above a level of 60 if we expect to see some greed returning to the market. And man, when's the last time we saw a tick into the greed? It's been since October. It has been since Bitcoin hit an all-time high that investors were greedy. Think about that. Bitcoin touched 123,000. What's the absolute high here? 124,700 on this chart, maybe? And it's been since then, since we've seen greed in the market. Guys, I believe it's going to be absolutely amazing when greed returns and we can finally see prices hitting all-time highs once again. But let's focus in on what's happening with Shiba Inu coin right now. It says 82.5 billion SHIB removed in 24 hours. Now, a minor but significant change in behavior is being displayed in Shiba Inu coin. On-chain data confirms that approximately 82.5 billion SHIB have been removed from exchanges in less than a day following a modest green move. Now, this indicates a brief shift in the flow dynamics after weeks of stagnation. However, more comprehensive metrics paint a mixed but marginally positive picture. The exchange net flow is still positive, which indicates that while inflows are still present, outflows are catching up. Large transaction outflows, the top 10, are also gradually increasing, and the 7-day average outflow has increased by more than 30%. This implies that larger holders are quietly removing supply from the market, while some participants are still sending tokens to exchanges. Now, this change is partially reflected in the price, currently trading at 600. And that's when they wrote the article, 603, and clearly 0.5%. 600 to 603 is not that large of a move, but because we are knocking on the door of that 50-day exponential moving average, it could be significant if we can break and sustain a move above that level. Now, currently trading at 600, SHIB's in a tight consolidation phase. The price is hugging short-term moving averages as the chart depicts a protracted downtrend that is changing into a flat, low volatility range. Now, although this is not yet a breakout, it's also not actively selling off. Momentum is improving over time. The RSI has risen above mid-range levels, suggesting light buying pressure, and the closes of recent candles are marginally stronger than those of earlier sessions. Major resistance levels, particularly the declining mid and long-term moving averages above, have not been affected. Once we do, however, break these moving averages, a lot of technical traders could return to the market. So do I wait for them? Well, you could if you want. You could wait for that confirmation of a breakout. You could wait for that move above those levels like some of those technical traders will do, or you can get in anticipation of that. That's what I choose.